Hello there. We got it. It is Pick Central, Barstool's daily gambling show. We got the desk back. Who built this? Yeah, I got to get my notebook. It's way over there. Somebody help me get my notebook. All right, there we go.
No.
What you got? You just getting free merch?
It's a great shirt.
Oh, that is good. You left that in here yesterday.
That's the white one. That's the white version. I was showing off the blue. Nah, I was showing off the blue one yesterday. That's the white one.
Right. Oh, there you go. Let's get some free merch for coming in.
He's a bully.
It's a great shirt.
Free merch for coming in.
So it is Pick Central. I'm Brandon Walker. To my left is the great Double Vodka Don, wearing some nice New Balances. Haven't seen those yet.
Not new, but.
Well, okay. And then we got Jeff DeLoe, who stopped by. He's going to talk a little bit of trivia for a second. Marty Mush is in Ben Mintz's chair, and then Rico Bosco in the building today. We got some Week 1 college football lines I'm going to throw at you in a little bit on the Barstool Sportsbook app. So we're going to throw those at you in a minute.
Not all of them.
As me and Rico, we're going to do some college football Wednesdays.
Yeah, we got some. We'll tease it. We got some.
Yeah, starting in June.
We got a great idea coming out.
Yeah, great idea. And I want to get ahead of this for Mincy because we all have fun with his little 2-week vacation and all that. So he had a death in the family. He is back down south for a death in the family right now. So he is not.
Best wishes to Ben Mintz.
He's not here for he's gone for a good reason or for a reason.
Not a good reason.
Not a good reason.
Bad reason.
He has a very good reason to leave.
It's a valid excuse.
A valid excuse. Thank you very much. I forgot the word excuse. So, all right, guys. It is Pick Central. Welcome back, Rico.
Welcome back.
Bars are back.
No, I've been here.
Some is back. Yeah.
What was with all the bars are back text?
All right, so I was in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hadn't been out in a long time. And I saw Ev's tweet. It's like Hot Boy Summer. And these are my ball guys. So I tweeted at the ball guys, hey, bars are back.
No. I heard you sent like 6 different group texts, bars are back.
Well, if they didn't answer, I just added more.
I was in it.
I didn't expand the net.
I was in all of it.
Yeah, all right.
You got it individually?
I got it individually.
Okay. Did you get it individually?
Yes, I got that. I got group texts. I got tweets. I got everything.
Yeah, the bars are
DMs.
back.
Bars are back, baby.
Bars are back.
Bars have been back.
I
came
out. I got called back up. I was designated for assignment for a long time.
They were back, but now they're back.
And you were shouting out. You were shouting out the riders in Scottsdale.
Oh yeah, big time. Why did you? What was that? Do you see his tweet? He says you treat.
Yeah,
I'm at the pool. I'm watching the fucking Preakness on a fucking phone, and I just tweet right away. I'm like, somebody give me the thing because it takes forever to show the price. Marty's like, you treat Twitter like Siri.
He does. Rico
you do.
treats Twitter like Siri. It's like, hey,
that was a good tweet.
Please send me this.
Yeah. I kind of do it sometimes too, but I don't do it to the level he does.
I will say that in a world of instant things, nothing takes longer than knowing the price of an exact or a trifecta at the end of a horse race. It is. It really is.
Yeah.
And if you miss it, it's gone.
Yeah,
like
gone.
it's up for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, you got to really lock in for that long time too.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about. There's no hitters in baseball. Do they even mean anything anymore? NBA play-in games last night and NBA play-in games tonight. I love a couple of player props tonight. That's my favorite bets of the day. Tony La Russa, we got to talk about this idiot for a little while.
On that guy is.
But before we get to all that,
what are you doing now?
Well, he just didn't back his player. We'll get to that in a minute. The player hit a 3-0 pitch out.
Disgusting.
All that shit.
And he didn't. Oh, I didn't know. Okay,
he's defending the unwritten rules of baseball, and he's not defending his player.
But not only he doubled down on it.
Yeah.
He literally applauded the other team for throwing at his own guy.
I saw that, and I said, this is going to be a thing.
I was like, that's insane.
I do want to open up that discussion in a minute. Jeff has to go work. He has to get out of here, so I want to talk to Jeff real quick.
Did you know, though, did you see my stat about the Mariners? That was that's a fascinating
that they're
stat,
batting
right?
199 or what?
No, that
they haven't scored more than 8 runs all season.
In the last 10 years, there have been 40 no-hitters, and the Mariners have been involved in 9 of them. That seems like
crazy.
a high number.
That's insane.
That's one less than 25%.
Yeah.
They got no hit twice in a month.
And like 5 of them have been against them, 4 have been them. They've been on the right side of a perfect game and the wrong side of a perfect game.
Nuts.
I remember
who threw that perfect game that they got perfect gamed against.
That's Burley? No,
Phil Umber.
Phil Umber. I knew it was a White Sox. Fuck, I was right off.
All right, I'll shut up.
I think the Mets traded him too.
So Phil Umber?
No, maybe I'm wrong.
He only had like 20 starts in Major League.
We traded a
this
Detroit
conversation
guy.
last
We
year.
traded a Detroit guy.
Not Turnbull. Turnbull for last night.
Nah. It'll come to me.
So
Frank will know it in 3 seconds.
No, I don't think so. I watched him last night. Last night, one of the crowd favorites for the dozen.
The crowd favorite.
One of the crowd favorites goes out. I would say the experts are way up there too. One of the crowd favorites goes out.
They're the fan favorite.
No one cares about.
Agree to disagree. So they go out. They lose 14-13 in a very highly competitive match. A very I would say the match of the tournament so far.
Absolutely.
Because they were down 13-11. They came back and they forced overtime. Actually, they looked like they were going to win in regulation.
Yeah.
And then the other team forced overtime. But you caught a lot of heat. People are, and I know what you're going to say. It's incredible that people are so passionate, but it sucks that people are so passionate.
Yeah, we're teetering on. So I did learn yesterday was the first like kind of aha moment, because like the show and like all the things we do are very built out of like fan interaction. Like I do let fans give a lot of thoughts and feedback, which is a beast you take on, which that's fine. Like that's what I like to do. People enjoy that. But I did kind of have that moment last night where I'm like, this is no longer like Brandon and PFD playing a random collection of people every week. These are now people's like favorite teams. Yeah. And now there's no reasoning anymore. And so I'm unfortunately going to have to kind of log off on things and probably close my DMs, unfortunately, because there was just no reasoning last night. I will say, though, people are getting way too hung up on the bonus round.
It was equally difficult.
It was. And you can say it was a bad list. That's fine. It wasn't maybe the best. It wasn't the worst. We've had worse. But they fucking blew it in regulation. KB and Nick said Miami. They didn't do that for Bird Notice. They went with D.C. D'Angelo Williams, like Nick is getting raked over the coals for Coach. And I'm not saying like rake Nick over the coals for anything, because like it's a fun game show. Yeah. But the D'Angelo Williams thing was the match. Like he knew who it was. He just couldn't say it.
The thing I like about trivia so much is it was always the case with me. I was always a little bit too animated to everything. But some guys here that are a little too cool for school and act like it's not a big deal to them, it's just trivia. When they get in there and you can see that competitiveness come out. They get competitive in that building.
We got a couple in that room like that.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys here who act like, oh, it's just trivia. It's not even a big deal to me.
No, when they walk in there, it's a whole different fucking story.
Yeah, they get competitive as shit and the juices start flowing. It's awesome.
Did you say the circumstances of what happened to Frank before?
We did. We gave a little context. DeGrom was hurt by one of his own players beforehand.
Come on.
Frank was disheveled.
Come on.
He was the most disheveled I've ever seen him.
So either seat on the end is fine. Hey, Frank.
Hey, how's it going?
Let's get you on the mic if you're going to be here. All right, Frank. So let's have it. The Frank and the Frankettes, the crowd favorite, the number 1 seed. They go out last night. What do you?
I have a prediction for what the first thing he's going to say.
What are your
actually, I don't know right now.
What are your day after reactions?
You know why Disney's the number 1?
Okay, it was going to be Disney or Papa Murphy's.
Well, you know why Disney's the number 1 Instagram place?
Yes,
because
careful.
People are out of their minds being bored on those lines, those long lines. You know, that's why. Because you have nothing to do. That's why you're doing all these Instagram tagging. I mean, geez, it's pyramids of Giza. It's only the most, like it's mystical places on Earth. Who built these pyramids? No, I don't care. I'm going to Instagram myself next to some guy in a fucking rat costume.
Some people mentioned too, they're like, oh, list's bad, list was older. Like even if like we had done, there was a bunch of different ways to re-chalk it up. Gen XYZ still would have won with their guesses. So again, it didn't come down to OT. I think you guys just missed too many. D'Angelo Williams is one that should haunt you.
Well,
and you've seen Burn Notice. You knew it was in Miami, didn't you?
I saw maybe one episode.
Okay, all right.
What's that guy's name?
Who?
The
Burn
main
Notice?
character?
I don't know. I've never seen Burn Notice.
I know the guy. What's his name? The guy that's.
Rico, come on, Rico. It's not me. I didn't do it.
Yep, we called that coming.
So that, and it was you.
What happened?
It was Chap.
Why?
Well, I don't know why.
Did Dan fucking send it? All right. Hey, chaps.
All right, let me wrap up my thing so you can get to
No, we got Frank too. Hold on.
Nostradamus.
We gotta address the elephant in the room here. Rico just left because Chaps walked in.
Yeah, I thought we were talking sports.
I know why. I mean, it's a cons thing. He associates you with cons.
That's it.
Which I actually don't think
is very unfair. I don't want to be associated with
yeah,
cons.
I actually think it's an incredibly unfair thing to do from Rico.
We got to there was a tweet.
Oh,
there was a tweet. That was there was some receipts dug up.
Rudy.
So there was a tweet where you called him a coward.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Rudy came up to me.
Once I heard that, I was like, oh, I know Rico. That's a.
We could.
Well, he blocked me for no reason. I was associated because cons is on my podcast. He blocks me. It's cowardly. He didn't even tell me why.
Okay, so you called him a coward for blocking you because of the cons.
Okay.
Which again, I think I'm not saying you don't like you hate cons.
No, you could say it. I don't care if you say that.
Yeah. I think dinging you for an association with cons is incredibly unfair.
Right. He's an officer. I was enlisted. Two totally different people.
So Rico's just not going to be here the rest of the show?
I don't know why you're like surprised. That's just
like
that's like it's a.
But I don't think
I said in the camera, I was like, if Chaps walks in, he's gone.
It's another
he's
Wednesday.
not coming back.
But here is
I
why.
assure you, he's not coming back.
Here's why I'm surprised, I guess, because nobody here really knew that he had
I
this
didn't
much
know.
beef until. So Chaps was sitting by Big Cat today and talking. This was about 30 minutes ago. Rico gets here, and Rico never comes within 30 feet of Big Cat. And Rico always goes right to Big Cat.
Every single time.
And he didn't get within 30 feet, and everybody started wondering, what's he doing?
Leave? Did he go that way?
Oh,
Well,
he
you
went through there.
know when I realized it too, it's when he was talking to Jack McCarthy and Owen. I thought, okay, maybe he's doing something. He'll come back over. When he took the right and turned the corner and went to the bathroom hallway and then never came over, you knew something was up.
Dunzo.
Chaps, how do you feel about this?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
you seem as unbothered as you could possibly
Very
be.
unbothered. It doesn't affect me at all. It's not going to affect my day. I'm probably going to go get some spaghetti later tonight. It's going to be delicious.
That's a good gift, though. It was a great spin of the mic he did.
It
to
was
get out
good,
of his
yeah.
seat.
It was good.
He almost took Frank's head off.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have picks. I can leave so I can come back. if
No,
you guys want.
I kind of would like him to come back, but again, if he's not going to stay in a room with you, that's on him. So I don't know.
I'll let you back to this. I'm sorry about the Frank Cats law. Yeah.
I think that KB was nervous being live.
KB and Nick were both nervous.
Okay.
I think being live.
I think a lot of teams were, but I think they were Yeah.
I know you got a lot to do. You can go, but I'm gonna keep Frank here to keep talking about.
Yeah,
it.
but-
so he's
but-
gonna trash you while you're gone.
Yeah. I think there's one more bonus round list that people are not going to be happy about, but I think we're squeaky clean rest of the way. Team Minahan, they're on tonight against the Misfits. Rico is on that team.
Yep.
And of course,
Is there any? Does Rico storm out tonight? You
Do the
can't.
Minifans like Rico?
They do.
The Minifans don't like anybody but sucking Kirk's dick. No.
and of course, Papa Murphy's Pizza. I mean, take and bake. I mean,
And it was like number
Look,
5
it was a
too.
tricky, hard overtime. I'm not denying that, and I as always, because I have no spine, I fold like a fucking blanket. Sure, not a great list, but that's not why. That's not why your favorite team, the Frankettes, lost. It's just not. It's not why they lost.
Well, you also lost 14-13. You didn't lose like 7-6.
Well, I was
Yeah.
going to say 13's a good showing.
The other team played.
Jake Marsh, ultimate sandbag regular season, and walks in.
Well, Gen XYZ,
They're very good.
they should not have been a 9 seed.
Yeah, fans underseeded them.
Yeah. So the fans fucked it all up.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. The fans that voted you number 1.
Well, let's put it this way: teams like, let's say, that play like 3 games and were ranked number 2 or 3.
Hey, you're preaching to the fucking choir, brother.
I will say this: their fan base is bigger than every other team, maybe combined. And like so other teams have like Yak, big fan base. Experts, you guys do have a lot of fans. Like
Yeah.
there's big fan bases, but their fan base is like disgustingly large.
Yeah.
Like it's a monopoly on the voting system, basically.
But
Thank you, Joe.
I mean, if Gen XYZ was ranked higher, they could have made a good run too, and we could have played someone like Team Nightmare and just crushed them.
Yeah.
Because Team Nightmare, I mean, they're pathetic.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think about that, chaps? You have an officer of the military. He is accused of
Sadly-
cheating. Then he comes in to where he can prove he's not cheating, and he doesn't.
Sadly, if you've listened to Zero Block 30, it's par for the course, honest to God.
All right.
Like, it's something that we've expected. We've had to, whenever we have trivia, I have to make Khan stand up with his hands in the air
Okay.
because you just never know. He's like, oh, I know so much about trivia. Yeah, unless it's live.
And another
Why
thing
didn't you tell me this when I let him come on my show?
I mean, it was obvious. I'm not going to do your background stuff for you.
You gotta
You're
vet
Brandon
these guys.
You're Brandon fucking
You gotta
Walker.
vet
Why would
these guys
Why would
for
I
me.
be involved
We
in
both
your
have
show?
Mississippi ties, man. We gotta be tight.
We do.
And another thing that hurts is basically.
Do you think we're the number 1 and number 2 boiled peanut lovers at Barstool?
I would hope so. I would think so.
Yeah, I think so,
I'm
too.
guessing Mintz has got some boiled peanut in him. You don't think so? He's Louisiana.
No, yeah,
though.
he does.
He's probably got Cajun boiled
Yeah,
peanut.
but I don't.
I like
don't
regular.
Count that. Right,
Yeah.
exactly right. Just regular, just salt.
You think we can find boiled peanuts in the city?
I'm sure we could if
Why don't we
tried.
start?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that today?
How about we go find just some raw peanuts and I'll make the boiled peanuts.
That takes effort, though. We can do that in your hotel room.
No, I'll do it here. Get a crock pot. I'm sure there's a crock pot somewhere around, and we'll make them in here.
Let's boil some peanuts.
Are those
There
little
we go.
peanut carts in the city? Are those not boiled?
No.
What
Those
are they?
usually
Roasted.
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 Yeah.
Okay, roasted.
Boiled or in water, and they're
I'm calling it Southern Edamame now, by the way.
Southern
just wanna
edamame?
let you know,
I love
Brandon,
that. That's
Brandon
a
just
breed,
told
Brandon.
you like what boil means. He just said
I
you
didn't
put
mean
it
to,
in
but
water.
yeah, I guess
you
so.
fucking think to
Put
it.
a hot water.
I guess I did. I apologize.
There's like you put it in water.
So Frank,
Yeah.
I know you got. So Frank, there's always next season.
Yep.
What we haven't talked about is you're wearing the Mets hat. By the way, congratulations. You won 2 in a row against Atlanta. But right before your trivia match, you had a Mets meltdown. Did that affect your trivia performance?
I don't think it did. I have a blind spot for around 2010 for football players. Yes, basically, the Dolphins were basically pathetic at that point.
I agree, yeah.
And it was depressing watching the Patriots win year after year after year after year. And Carolina Panthers, I mean.
Yeah.
And the NBA, the last 10 years, I mean, I don't know anybody on the Sacramento Kings. I mean, the Sacramento Kings don't even know who on the Sacramento Kings.
Fox is like their only notable player, right?
Now, yeah. What?
Halliburton was pretty. They had a rookie. He was gonna be like an all rookie guy.
Buddy
Hield, yeah.
Bagley.
Marvin Bagley.
But
they're not bad. They were right outside.
They're okay. Yeah, they're okay.
They're okay. They're not terrible.
Young,
they're always young.
Asking about players on the Sacramento Kings, that was just like, yeah.
It's Bush League. I agree with that.
I can't tell you. The Sacramento Kings. No, I have not watched a single game of the Sacramento Kings.
What are people upset about?
Since Weber and Bibby.
People were upset. People were upset about the bonus round, which was most Instagram places in the world in 2020. Most Instagram places, events, or something else, landmarks.
It was a terribly.
They got the Grand Canyon right. See, when y'all got the Grand Canyon right, though, I thought y'all would. You should have got Niagara Falls. I think that one's obvious. I think Times Square is obvious too.
Yeah.
But when you said Statue of Liberty and it wasn't up there, you went away from New York and you never came back.
Yeah, that scared me away.
Yeah. So. And then they said the pyramids. They said Great Wall. I maintain Great Wall of China is a bad guess because they don't have Instagram in China.
Really? There's tourists.
Really?
At all?
You have to do it through a VPN.
There's tourists.
Takes a lot of effort. Yeah.
Same thing with Twitter. That's why they have like that Weibo or whatever the fuck it's called.
That's right.
They have Instagram in Africa, Zah?
Some places.
Well, I was shocked at the great by their answer that Lean Tower Pisa wasn't on there.
Yeah,
that one doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you constantly see people out there trying
That's all people do is take
they,
pictures of it.
But that's when you go there, you're going to do that.
And when he said Coachella, I thought, yeah, he nailed it, and no, he didn't.
That Nashville Wings had to be there, right?
What, Hattie B's? Is that what it's called?
No, the butterfly. There's a line for it every time. You ever see that?
I don't think the Nashville Wings were on there.
That has to be.
I don't think there's a lot of other Instagrammable spots
in
fucking Nashville.
But the thing that gets me is that Disney's like 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11 on there.
Yeah, I think Disney, you got to incorporate everything. And I don't even think it's one park. You got to include Disneyland, Disney World, Kingdom Paris.
Is Disney going to buy Instagram next? Probably. They own everything else.
True.
All right. Well, I'm sorry you lost, Frank. You guys were hell of a competitors, but there's always season 2.
I mean, yeah, but yeah. I mean, there's no shame losing 14 to 13. I mean, we could have gone out like Team Nightmare.
Mm-hmm. You could have, and you would have been complete frauds, and you would have been exposed, but you didn't.
I mean, nah.
Can I just say again, Team Nightmare, where they were complete frauds and they got exposed as cheaters?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, you good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
I mean, it was as bad as bad can be.
Yeah. All right, let's talk some sports. You're welcome to stay if you'd like. You don't have to.
See you guys later.
So definitely not. Peace out. No, thank you for that. Go ahead. Thank you. I appreciate you coming in for the time that you did come in. You staying or what?
Oh no, I'm not. Fuck.
No, I was just asking. You're
okay,
welcome to stay.
Yeah, let's talk sports.
Okay. I'm anxious to see if he does come back. If you don't think he'd come back even if he left?
I don't think so.
You think it's over for him today?
I think
well, we have to record today, so
no, he'll stay in the building. I'm saying even if Chaps left.
So he's just hanging out in the kitchen.
I don't
right
think
now?
he'd come back.
I'd love to talk to some college basketball.
Yeah.
Can he be on bench mob today?
Sure. There's not much going on. That's
just follow every go around, do all his content for him.
Fuck yeah! Do you guys know much about UTSA basketball?
Of course, the Roadrunners.
Hell yeah!
I nailed it. That was right.
No, that was good. That was good.
Why would that be impressive that you know what the mascot is? Of course you do.
I think knowing every mascot.
I was about to just say, are they orange and navy blue? I was going to say, I know their colors.
I think knowing every mascot's kind of impressive.
Well, UTSA, I mean, powerhouse school. Of
How about
course,
UC Santa Cruz?
About knowing Crimson Tide.
UC Santa Cruz?
You know every single mascot, you think?
Pretty much, yeah. There would be some that would give me a pause.
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, I feel
Texas State.
Bobcats.
El Paso.
Miners. And
Damn,
the
that's
good
all I know.
miners, not the bad ones.
That's all I know.
You just do Texas.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So last night in basketball, let me read an ad and then we'll get to some sports. We'll get some sports talk.
Wearing a Team Bennett shirt.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. I'm repping the brand.
Love
Repping
it.
my favorite team in the tournament.
Love that.
Plus, they were too fucking lazy to get off their ass and leave Massachusetts to come down here and get the shirt, so the shirts were just going to go to waste. So I'm wearing it.
Hey, he's on Access Hollywood tonight.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, that actually is very cool. Can't even hate on that. MeUndies believes that comfort is about more than what's touching your skin. It's about feeling comfortable in your skin. That's why MeUndies not only uses sustainable, breathable, soft as heck fabric, but they also give you endless styles to choose from. It's total comfort inside and out. They offer classic colors to ridiculous prints. It's so you can fully express yourself in your own unique way. MeUndies available in a range of sizes from extra small to 4XL. Never leave your couch again with a MeUndies membership, a monthly subscription that sends new pair right to your door. Each month you'll choose new undies, socks, or a bralette and pick the style, color, or print that feels the most to you. Enjoy discounted pricing, free shipping, and exclusive early access to new launches. Love your butt and get the membership. To get your 15% off your first order and free shipping, go to MeUndies.com/picks. That's MeUndies.com/picks. All right, so NBA play-in game. Where you guys want to talk? Where you guys want to start? I guess we'll start with the play-in games. No. Fuck that. We're gonna start with Tony La Russa.
Please.
So 2 nights ago, this is happening with more and more frequency, where we're actually the tide has turned, I believe, on the unwritten rules of baseball. But the White Sox went ahead and did something stupid. They went out and hired a 76-year-old manager who is tied to the old school. And I don't hate all the old school. I don't hate all the unwritten rules, but if you're playing in a game and it's a 3-0 count and the pitcher is a position player, just throwing meatballs and softballs and that's not really respecting the game all that much right there, and you're expected to just let it go by in an individual sport where your performance matters, you're supposed to let it go by because you got to feel sorry for him. So 3-0 count, it's Mercedes, right?
Yes.
He hits a bomb. And Tony La Russa, after the game, is apologizing. He said it's wrong. He shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 blah. That was yesterday's story. Well, last night, the Twins throw at him, and the pitcher gets thrown out. But then afterwards, Tony La Russa, the manager for Mercedes, says, yeah, I respect that. That was fine. I don't have a problem with him throwing at him. He absolutely threw his player out and just didn't try to back him up. He didn't try to get his back. What do you think, Big F?
I just come from the idea that you're a team, you always back your guy no matter what. Even honestly, even to the point if he does something even bad.
Yeah. Well, I think of your example. Like, remember Hunter Strickland, where he carried the beef with Bryce Harper, and then like all the Giants had to fight because Hunter Strickland had a problem with Bryce Harper. That's very similar. If your pitcher has a beef, if your pitcher does something, or anybody on your team does something, you back his ass up.
Yeah,
You're right.
I just don't understand this mind. Like, because see what you even missed from the first day. He almost basically said in the first that like after that game where he hit the home run, he basically like implied almost that it would be okay to throw at him.
Yeah, he did. He did that big time. For me, I don't have a problem with La Russa saying throwing at him is fine.
Yeah.
But you also say, look, if this is the way baseball is going to go and you're going to pimp a home run, you're going to hit up a home run off somebody throwing 45 miles an hour, you're going to get thrown at. Both things are fine. Like, I think you say both things are okay. We know it's going to come. We're still going to pimp home runs. We're going to, if it's coming over the plate, we're going to fucking hit it as far as we can.
The stupid thing is, though, that, like, that they're still mad about hitting a home run off that pitch. Because, one,
that's the thing.
I do understand a little bit because when you're growing up, it's like you don't want to just bury those teams. But it's also, you're a professional athlete. He gets paid more if he gets a lot of home runs this year. So why the fuck wouldn't you hit that? It's like, it's right there. I just think that Tony La Russa's mad that he's like, he kind of was like disrespected, I guess.
And if you hate it that much, the coach should be able to throw in the towel. Be like, that's the game. It's the 8th inning. We're down 12. We're not going to do anything. We'll just throw in the towel. Game's over.
It's like what Brandon said. Like, if you don't want home runs, don't have your first baseman pitching.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Like obviously it's 3-0. He's just trying to throw a strike. I mean, if you want to get out of there faster, put a guy that can actually pitch.
Yeah, I think that absolutely changes the situation. Once you put a position player into pitch, all the unwritten
it's like pulling
rules,
your goalie.
All the unwritten rules should be out. I mean, this is a unique situation. It's just now you're just out there having fun. Now you're just out there with your boys playing baseball. The team gives up I'm not going to respect him as a pitcher because he doesn't respect himself as a pitcher. And I'm not going to say 3-0 count, I'm up big.
And he's
I'm gonna let it go
laughing and
by.
shit up there anyways.
Yeah, so it's just
and you're like a joke if you get out against the first baseman throwing like that. And what if he takes that pitch, right, and hits that same thing at 3-1, is it okay?
it becomes immediately okay.
Which is ridiculous.
Which is wild. Yeah.
It's like, what does it matter?
Why are we just negotiating? We're ruling down to the exact pitch what you can do and what you can't.
I'm telling you, LaRusso was just mad because he said take the pitch and he hit a home run. That's really it.
That I don't have as much of a problem with that. Yeah.
If they had told him like red light and he just went, I understand. But
they did. But
that's even still.
mad.
I don't think that's a. I just hate the way they said like just left him out to dry in terms of basically saying it's okay to throw at him. Then you throw at him and you basically say after the game you're not mad. I don't care what circumstance you throw at my guy. I'm like fuck you.
Yeah,
my
He's just mad
question,
because he's
my
old
question
and wants
is
to go to
this:
sleep. Like he doesn't want to be there that late.
if you're up 15-4 in the 8th inning and there's a first baseman pitching to you and it's 3-0 count, do you even look down to third base to get a sign?
No.
No, I agree. You're just playing. You're just waiting for the game to be over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really care about the LaRusso could be mad at that first one, fine, but I think throwing him under the bus.
That's like a private conversation one. That's like a sit down. You're like, listen, like,
it's
I
like,
give you the red light. You take.
Do you think the unwritten rules of baseball hurt baseball?
No.
Like, are there
Yes.
any
I
young
don't think
people
so.
that would be fans that like want to see Tatis doing all the emotional stuff and want to see and then it gets like the baseball players or the managers try to regulate it and then it just turns people off? I don't know that really exists, but it could theoretically.
I think to an extent it does. Not like total surface level, but I just think it takes away from people wanting to have more fun. Like even just deadening the baseballs this year. Like it's like the MLB is just so brain dead when it comes to like attracting fans. They're awful with social media and the internet. They like people want home runs. We get a year with a bunch of home runs. They deaden the ball, so they go like it's like what are they doing? If anything, they should be juicing them even more.
I guess my big thing here is Tony La Russa. What are we? We're 50 games in. I don't know if we're that many games in. Let's say we're 50 games in. That means you have 110 more games. Tony La Russa is going to have to manage this guy, his player, his very, very good player, young player, and he's going to have to manage him, and he just turned his back on him when things got
Yeah, I
rough.
don't see what the upside is for Tony there. There's nothing good that can come out of that.
He's a drunk.
And he's also ancient. It's crazy.
He's 76.
It
Crazy
is.
drunk.
And everybody thought it was a wild hire when it happened, but he's 76 years old. He's been managing since the 70s, I believe, maybe the 80s. He's been managing forever, and they are a young, exciting, thrilling team with hitters galore. And baseball has changed so much. Why did they go to the trash heap to find Tony La Russa?
And it's different if you want an older coach that's been around for a while, like Joe Madden, almost the same age, like very close, like he's older too. He gets hired by the White Sox. Nobody says shit about it. But Tony La Russa comes off as like a super old dude.
Well, because he's been gone for 10
Right.
years. He hasn't been managing for, I don't know, I don't think it's 10 years, maybe 8 years, 7
I think
years.
he's a perfect guy to bring in if you need a really strong interim manager. Like you have a super talented team that's undisciplined. You bring that guy in and you bring some discipline. He could give you a couple wins there. But having him at the beginning of the season, young roster, stupid.
As far as the unwritten rules are concerned, I do think not swinging on a 3-0 count is the dumbest unwritten rule. Hitting is very, very fucking hard. Very hard. If you're going to get up there and you got a chance to, again, it's an individual sport inside a team atmosphere. That guy's got to,
And they use those things for arbitration.
What if he goes? This is an extreme example. What if he goes up there and he relaxes? He doesn't really give it his all because he's trying to respect the pitcher. Then he goes 0 for his next 12. All of a sudden he's in a slump. I don't know. I'm just saying.
No,
you got to respect. If you got to go up there every time and fucking hit.
You get paid to hit.
You
So
get
he
paid
hits.
to hit. And this guy's a rookie.
But what other unwritten rules really would turn you off of baseball?
I do think the constantly throwing at people for getting your feelings hurt is a bitch ass.
I love
element of baseball.
that about baseball.
You like that? See,
Yes.
I think anytime you respond to a guy hurting your feelings by throwing a ball at him 95 miles an hour that could seriously injure him, I think that's
Like
bullshit.
that dude for the Mets.
Yeah,
But he didn't
That was
throw at
bad.
him,
I think that
though.
was by accident.
It
No,
was.
it definitely
I hear
was.
you,
but
but-
if that happens,
that's
then you're
for
the-
throwing-
sure. That would be
Oh, these
bad. That'd be
pitchers-
very bad.
That is the best part about baseball. Is like, hey, you just pimped a home run up 8 or something.
See,
I'm
I
like,
hate that.
I hate it in the
love it.
American League because that pitcher never has to go up to bat. To me, it's like a coward's way out.
Yeah.
Like you never have any
That's
type
true.
of. You could throw 105 at somebody and hit them on the leg, and nobody can ever do anything to you because you're not going to bat.
You've been on a roll of pointing out cowards lately.
I am. That's what I do.
You think if there was an American League pitcher here right now, he'd just storm out of here?
Probably.
Dallas Keuchel just sitting there and just runs out.
Yeah, that's what he would do. Unbelievable.
Well, Also, the thing was too, even when LaRusse is super old. Like last year when Fernando Tatis did it, they have a young manager, and he didn't go as hard as LaRusse did, like just downplaying it, but he kind of did the same thing. Like he basically apologized for it.
Yeah.
Which I just don't see. There's no apology for it. And his was a grand slam, but it was 3-0 count.
I wish one manager just say, like, we're going to do it. If you want to throw it, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're still going to do it. We're going to be us, you be you. If that's how you feel like you got to do it,
Yeah,
we'll have a guy and we'll take first.
I'd love a manager to walk out there
and
and, hey, why did he swing a 3-0 pitch? I don't know, but he hit that motherfucker a long way, didn't he?
Right. Yeah.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
I just
because that guy gets paid a lot of money too. That's the reason why he hit it
you
so
played
far.
college baseball, so I respect the fact that you like the enforcement of.
Yeah, because that's more of like that's your boys, and like that's like, hey, I'm gonna go fucking hit that guy for you, and it's just like you kind of get your team going.
I guess.
And I just think it's going to the like bringing in new fans. Drama's always good.
The only time I don't like it when they do it because a guy pimped a home run or showboated a little bit. But if you were like if you think your guy's been like say Freddie Freeman for example, if Freddie Freeman gets hit. If they're pitching way inside and he gets hit, and then you think, oh, that's unnecessary, they shouldn't have done it, and then you respond by hitting one of their guys, I think tit for tat is okay, but tit for getting embarrassed is not.
Yeah. Then
when you're already embarrassed down 16-4.
Yeah.
It's true.
All right, this weekend NASCAR is heading to Austin, Texas, and you know what they say, chaps?
What?
Everything is bigger in Texas.
Haven't heard that.
Is your penis smaller in New York than it is in Texas?
Incrementally, yeah.
Okay, it's probably the travel.
Yeah, it's nothing to be like, whoa, holy shit, that's a little dick.
Just doesn't stretch out as much here.
It's not as good, yeah. It's the humidity.
Everything bigger in Texas, including the racing, and the Barstool Sportsbook is offering exclusive bets for you to get in on the action and win big. You got guys like Kyle Busch this weekend at 8-1, Martin Truex at 7-2, one of the favorites. A lot of value with Ryan Blaney on this track at 22-1. So there it is. A lot to bet on with NASCAR. Stay tuned for our picks later this week. That'll be tomorrow. And be sure to tune in to the Texas Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas this Sunday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. All right. Wow, somebody asked a good question. What's the worst sports moment you've ever been in attendance for? Great question. Probably Auburn 3, Mississippi State 2, the hilarious football game from 2008.
I would say Jaguars games from 2010 to 2019, excluding 2017.
So, sorry, do you have something to say?
Michigan 78, Rutgers 0.
Oh, boy, that was rough.
Oh my!
What you wearing today?
Did you stay the whole time?
78.
Yeah, I was working the game.
No,
on the sideline.
I've always taken certain pride in staying all the way through blowouts. I remember vividly LSU 52, Mississippi State nothing, and I was the only person left in the student section just sitting there wanting to cry. So I respect somebody staying the whole time.
My teams are
it was awful.
good, so I don't really.
I was at the game that.
I mean, the Giants aren't always good.
I've never been to an NFL game.
He doesn't go to football games.
Yeah.
I was at the game when Baker Mayfield planted the flag at Ohio State's 50-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
That was tough, yeah. First game of the year, too, so that was a real just, like, kick in the dick.
By the way, on Unnecessary Roughness today, a little spoiler alert for my own show, we're going to record, and we're doing most annoying college football players. I expect Baker comes up multiple times.
Tebow?
I think Tebow would come up. I thought Baker was very annoying. The whole, I mean, he was.
I loved that.
I
thought it was annoying. He apologized for it.
There's
I
a certain
thought it was more annoying. He apologized.
There's a certain respect you have to have for the swagger, and a lot of people would like it. But as far as fan bases looking, there were definitely going to be some olds that find it very annoying. Johnny is one that probably comes up with all this. Johnny didn't annoy me at all, but I think Johnny comes up. And I'll have to.
You need to have like brackets, like who annoyed the olds and who annoyed the youngs.
Yeah. Who would be? Do you think Tebow's the number one to annoy the youngs?
I don't think he annoyed people in college.
Yeah.
I think that when people got to know his personality and see like what he is on the outside, I think that's when you look back, it completely changes your perspective on the way that he was.
But you're a Tebow guy now, right?
Marty.
Oh shit!
Oh, no.
Fuck!
Oh no!
Fucking A!
Oh no!
Can somebody report to Rico that we have an empty chair now?
He's gonna have a tough time this year with Tebow.
Yeah.
You think you guys think he makes the team? You think he makes the 53?
No. They signed a ton of guys. I don't think he makes the 53.
I don't know, man. He might.
He might. Yeah.
There's a weird. Yeah, I want to say be the same as you. Like no chance, but then I'm like,
I wouldn't put it 100% or 0.
Urban loves him.
Giant.
Loves
we got Kelvin Benjamin.
Tight end.
Just ate his way to be a tight end. I love that.
Imagine he just was nasty.
Bro, that's just. Remember we were talking about
He's
like
a talented guy.
when you just sign a guy with a name and you're like, maybe he still got it.
Every time.
Well, because every time you think about it, you're just like, well, especially a guy in his position, it's like no risk, high reward.
Yes, it's
Kelvin Benjamin.
It's like Pujols going to the Dodgers. Like they cut him. Like hey, he's still might have it.
like I'm trying to use an example. Although he's still pretty good, but like say the Giants signed Larry Fitzgerald, you'd be like,
That's
signed Larry
Oh,
Fitzgerald.
I'd be ecstatic.
Larry. Yeah.
One of the
even
best
though-
receivers of all time.
Even though he's right at the very end.
But that's like when we drafted Saquon. I'm like, it's a name. I know he's gonna like he's got it.
Oh,
Something.
yeah.
Have you guys seen? Do you remember Caleb Swanigan?
Purdue? No.
Purdue.
Purdue,
Yes.
yeah.
Big man.
Have you seen him?
Skinny or fat?
Huge. He is lost it.
Really?
He is so big. Ever since he got
Where's
it,
this coming from?
I saw him today on Twitter or something, a picture of him, and he like after his like DUI or something, or some drugs. I don't know what it was. That man, I loved him. I thought he was going to be one of the best NBA players.
I always he's one of those classic college guys that gets by size and not really athleticism.
Huge, yeah.
And
then
Purdue
gets
always has
exposed.
that guy.
Straight in the post.
Yep.
Purdue always has that guy of a guy
He's
who
a
dominates.
big-time rebounder.
The guy now
Yeah.
he's 7'1".
Really?
Eden, he's
Yeah.
ginormous.
Well, they have that the player last year, Travion.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big guy, but I don't think he's going to be a great pro.
No.
Yeah. All right. Good talk. Did you see? You were here yesterday, right? We didn't talk about Kwame Brown enough. I feel like we should have talked about Kwame
No, we
Brown.
did at the very end.
Yeah, boy, that's just one of the best Instagram lives I've
I
ever
mean,
seen.
him talking about Matt Barnes with Derek Fisher taking his girl. He's like, he driving your truck. He's like, you need to give him some gas money. He's like, picking up your kids. I was dying. Me and PFT were talking about it yesterday. It's just so funny. A guy like that, I could be wrong. To my knowledge, he has no like media experience or all this.
Yeah.
He speaks phenomenally on camera. Like he just picked up a phone and he is just a natural.
He has a
He's got
presence.
something to
He had a
say.
presence.
Like and he has that like old man way of talking. Like even though he's like not super old, like he's stay up and play cards and smoke weed on that, you punk.
Yeah.
Like that's something like an old man would say.
But
But
he
it was
also
just very funny.
He also has that old man way where it sounds like whatever he's saying is filled with wisdom.
Yes, big time.
And I mean, he did again. He had a double-digit NBA career.
I said
and
I'm a stan.
number one pick.
That man played 13 years in the NBA.
Made a lot of money.
Made over $60 million just in the NBA. I'm sure he signed some endorsement deals early when he was the number one pick. Probably dried out a little bit, but the money was there early.
I always think it's kind of unfair sometimes to label these number one picks bust and everything. He didn't draft himself. He didn't pan out, but he didn't draft himself. Neither did Ryan Leaf.
Nah.
I think there's levels. I'll say it like this.
that.
There's
I guess-
levels to bust.
Correct. And
Anthony Bennett. Like he wasn't even in the league in 2 years. Kwame Brown, was he a bust? Yeah, but he at least played 13 years in the league.
What
He was
year
a legit
what,
NBA
what
player.
Year was
01, I believe.
So wasn't that like
Michael drafted him. Michael Jordan drafted him. I think Tyson Chandler was 2.
like who was like that's what I'm saying. Who was in that draft?
Tyson Chandler was 2. I don't think it was a great draft. I don't remember the rest of it.
If Tyson Chandler was 2, like
Was Gilbert Arenas in that draft, or was he? No, he was later.
That was someone else that he was talking shit to. Also,
2001 NBA draft. I think
2001. I got it.
I think Big F's just checking his sportsbook account or something.
Getting it right now.
because if
We'll talk about the PGA Championship in a minute.
Paul
Thank you
Gasol.
very much for bringing that up.
Yeah, Tyson. Yeah, Pau Gasol 3. Joe Johnson was 10. Zach Randolph was 19.
Yeah.
Tony Parker went 28. Gilbert, he was 31st, so he wasn't like a high draft.
you know
pick.
what, I'm okay with Kwame Brown going.
Like Eddie,
first.
then
It's not like those obviously Pau Gasol.
You don't know that. Yeah.
Randolph is fine.
so
like,
it wasn't crazy. Yeah, like Eddie Curry went 4th, Jason Richardson 5th, Battier 6th.
Oh, Jason Richardson's was a great player for a little bit.
Yeah, and then kind of like Richard Jefferson went 13. Not like a.
But there's
Actually, a pretty good draft.
because like Anthony Bennett, I'm pretty sure it was a big huge misses on that board.
Well, nobody thought Anthony Bennett was going to be number one pick.
Yeah,
that draft was
insane.
like Oladipo in hindsight should have went 1.
Yeah.
We should talk about Anthony Bennett. I mean, it's not like Wiggins has been a great number one pick either.
No, for sure not.
He has been
Definitely better than
great.
Bennett, but
Yeah, but he's still been like he's shown flashes.
I'm sure he says thank God for Bennett though, because
Yes.
oh yes,
he would be viewed as a much bigger bust if
Yes.
Bennett didn't exist. I mean, I just don't even remember thinking Anthony Bennett was like a top 10 pick. Then.
Well, that was like the one year that literally no one had like any idea who was going to go one because the draft was just so weak. Because I think that was the one that Nerlens Noel. I think he probably would have went one if he didn't tear his ACL during the season.
Yeah, that's true.
And he ended up going, I think, like 5 or 6 maybe.
Is Anthony Edwards playing well?
Yeah, he's had a really
he had a good year.
He played well.
Especially the second half of the year, he was scoring a ton.
And then that draft where Vontae Mack went number 1. Nobody saw that coming in the world. Nobody saw that coming.
Blindside.
I thought it was going to be Bo Callahan
Sure
for sure.
thing.
And even Ray Jennings from Florida State. But Vontae Mack came out of nowhere. It was an awesome pick.
Was it Arian Foster?
That was his dad, right? No, he was Aaron Foster.
He was
Who was
Ray
his
Jennings.
dad? His dad was Terry Crews, right?
Yes.
I kind of like when you don't know like the number 1 guy we know Trevor Lawrence was definite.
I like it too.
I mean, Cade Cunningham's a definite one. Like I'm thinking, I like when it's just like I have no idea who they're picking.
It's rare that it's like that too.
You remember how
Very
electric it was when we found out the Texans were taking Mario Williams instead of Reggie Bush?
Yes.
Or Vince Young.
Yep.
Big time.
That draft had buzz for days.
I just remember being like in like 5th grade and being like, what the fuck? Like they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah,
I was especially being a kid, like I'm sure Marty felt the same way. Reggie Bush was like
Reggie Bush
god
was
to me.
an absolute god.
very quickly. So somebody asked a great question. I'm going to add it to my unnecessary reference. Most beloved college football players? I think Tebow would be on that list too.
For sure.
He's on both.
He's on both lists, yeah. Tebow would definitely be on that list.
I think Johnny is too.
For
Johnny
sure.
could be, yeah.
Because
Johnny was like a 20-year-old frat boys king, which fell in the same place with me and Marty, like when we were in college.
I mean, I literally got his shirt with this.
Oh, you know what? You know who was annoying in college? Fucking Jameis. And not for the original allegation.
The second year?
It was the second year when he kept doing stupid shit. He got away with or I don't know if he got away with it, but he had the scandal, and then came back the next year, and he does things like the crab legs, and he does things like standing up saying "fuck her right in the pussy."
The fuck right in the pussy thing was dumb but funny.
Yeah,
you just can't win the Heisman and then do that after. But the crab legs thing, I think he took one on the chin for the whole team. Those motherfuckers, everyone in the team got free crab legs. He had to take it on the chin. I actually respect. He could have been the guy that said, "Listen, they give me for free," blew up the whole thing, saved his own image. He took that on the chin. I actually respect that.
That was also really funny when he was crab legs.
Like just the video of him. The video. I mean, they were fucking on the table for him to take. Like you think they were just there?
Also,
he said, "Yo, I'm coming in." Like drop a couple crab legs on the table.
I don't think he was annoying in the I don't like this guy at all way. He was annoying in the fuck Jameis again. You can't stay out of the news. You can't stay out of the news a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
That was annoying. Somebody said Burrow. No, Burrow was. Oh, you're saying beloved. Doug Flutie.
Burrow's definitely
dated.
beloved, but it was
I don't know, but Burrow was just that one
year.
Yeah, it was that Burrow was not a hurricane you saw coming. Burrow was an earthquake that just happened very, very quickly.
Yeah,
I'll write that one down. I like that one. Burrow earthquake. Burrow quake. Just planning my college football show. Let me get this last ad, and then we'll get into some picks, and then we'll circle back to the PGA Championship, which is this week in South Carolina. I found an incredible website you just have to check out. Can somebody in the production room, can we try to go get Rico?
He ain't gonna come.
Why not? I didn't do it. Dan did it.
Here, I'll shoot him a text.
I mean, Dan's the one that sent him in there. Nuts.com is the best kept secret of savvy snackers across the country. Nuts.com isn't just for nut lovers. It's your one-stop online pantry shop. They've got everything, including candies, dried fruits, and pantry items like baking mixes, pasta, and more. By the way, do you know about Colby?
Yes.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. They also have great nuts like white chocolate toffee cashews, bourbon pecans, crystallized ginger, and honey sesame sticks. Over 4,000 products to choose from. They got the simple and convenient way to have nutritious, delicious, healthy nuts, dried fruit, flours, grains, and so many other high-quality foods delivered straight to your door, and an easy-to-navigate website with great photos of the products. NewNuts.com customers get free shipping on your first order when you text Barstool to 64,000. So text Barstool to 64,000 to get free shipping on your first order from Nuts.com. That's Barstool to 64000. Terms apply. Available at Nuts.com/terms. Did you send that?
He said no.
Why? I didn't do it.
He said no. I said Chaps is gone if you want to come back and give picks. He said no, I'm good.
Dan must be going. He's going to the shitting bathroom.
That's a Chick-fil-A run if I've ever seen it.
That was a huge Chick-fil-A run. Why is Dan standing outside he's going to the bathroom. I'd love to get Dan in here to talk about what he thinks about this.
Yeah, we should try and get him because they just posted a video on Vivo. It's like 5 minutes long. I need to know what this is about with Rico.
I wish. I mean, I'd love to have him in here to talk picks. I didn't do it. I didn't fucking do it. I mean, I didn't stop it.
No.
But
I mean,
when Dan says,
I mean, the guy's got to be able. He's got his ways.
I mean, what if you're doing bench mob in a minute and Chaps walks in, and he just leaves? He's gonna leave.
He'll lock the door. He did that last time. He thought someone.
He's
was
going to
coming in.
lock the door.
We lock the door when we record because of him. Yeah.
Oh, we posted the video on Pick Central as well. A lot of blocks.
He's not out there?
A lot of blocks coming.
He's hiding? Rico's hiding. Didn't say that. Kobe says that Rico is hiding.
Rico is not hiding. I just can't find him.
So you don't know he's not hiding?
He could be in a wing that I didn't check.
So you didn't do a full lap?
Tony Finau plus 33.
We only take bets from employees here.
Oh, man. That hurt.
Yeah.
That just stung me.
It's sad, but you know what? Good for Colby.
Gonna have a great life. All right, so let's see. So I'm not gonna read that comment. Come on. Somebody said Rico's such a coward. He can't even go into a room that Chaps left. I'm not gonna read that shit.
Same airway. He doesn't want this to come out on Spotify and all these platforms with him on the same airways.
It's true.
But he's on Viva and Chaps is on Viva.
Yeah, but he can't control Viva.
Yeah, he can control his. That's what he says. He can control his experience.
How's your first year been working with a psycho?
2 psychos.
Jake?
I mean, Jake. Did you see Jake?
Well, I saw that, but Jake had the one psycho outburst. I don't think Jake is consistently.
I'm the most normal on the show.
Which is, and I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Still shocking.
Sure.
Shocking.
Shocking.
It's shocking.
Not even
If
close.
I'm the most normal person in the room, you got a lot of problems.
Yeah, PGA Championship. Oh no, let's do picks, and then we'll circle back to that.
And shout out Riggs
We didn't talk
starting
playing
today.
at all. I mean, they both were kind of uneventful, but
We should have.
Pacers
we're
just shot them out of the gym.
Yeah, Pacers were great, and then the
We
Celtics,
also should have taken no on Westbrook's triple double.
I'm glad you. Anyone who took the no, you're welcome because I mushed the shit out of that when I said it's a lock.
Yeah, I think we all kind of sniffed that out a little bit once we talked about it.
Yeah.
A little
Also, let's just talk about how I'm on fire.
So Marty went 3-1 last night. I believe he went 3-1 the night before, and I haven't said your last name yet.
Yep.
It's just Marty.
Marty, look at that.
Marty is now in first place. He's up 8 units all of a sudden because you hit that parlay yesterday,
We're
right?
getting deep into the month too.
Yeah, we're all doing pretty good.
I need a correction. I added the under in the Celtics game last night, so I would like one.
Wait,
one unit
I'm
added.
not up 8 because we don't do parlays, do we?
If
No,
they're
we do
sportsbook
parlays.
exclusives,
We do parlays.
Oh, we
we'll
do.
put it on the card.
Yeah, we do parlays.
Love
How
that.
about
Yeah,
the
we definitely do
sportsbook?
parlays. We
No,
don't
it's
do
fine.
we don't do futures.
I meant futures.
Yeah.
Got it.
So last night you were 3-1. I was 3-3. Pretty good night. 1-3 for Rico. 2-2 for my man.
I was 3-2.
3-2 for my man here.
I
So
had
you'll
the
go second.
Under in Wizards Celtics.
All right, Marty, lead us off.
Tonight, I'm pretty sure we're all screwed. I got the Lakers.
It's hard not to.
Tonight, that's one pick where it's like we're taking the Lakers. I'm not.
If they don't cover, they don't cover.
Yes,
whatever.
you are going to die with the Lakers because you know
This
that's
isn't like we're all on the Thunder together.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. You take that. The Warriors are down 10 in the first 10 minutes. You're like, all right. Well, what an idiot I am. If you took the Warriors, that's why I'd rather just die with the Lakers. I got the. I don't have the Grizzlies. I'm not taking a money line.
You want me to read the text that you sent with your picks?
Did I say money line?
He said Grizzlies, Lakers, Rays, Yankees minus
Yeah, with the
1.5.
spread.
You have to specify that.
All right. Well, I'm not taking the Lakers minus 230.
I don't know. You're a juice bagger. That's what Rico says. You got to specify your picks when you
All
send
right,
them. to me.
I will specify next time. Grizzlies, what are they, minus 4?
Minus 4,
Minus
yeah.
4.
Then
Lakers are
Lakers
minus
minus 5. Rays money line. I think everyone's obsessed with Johnny Means. And then the Yankees minus 1.5. I don't think we're going on the skid. I was helped last night.
No, the last 2 nights that they talk, they're not going to skid.
Yeah.
They just were giving me weird energy, but I'm glad they.
No,
they,
I
they
agree. I
responded.
agree with you.
All right, Big F.
All right, little day action. I got the White Sox money on, even though the last couple of years, Giolito's been an auto bet. This year, he stunk.
Yeah.
I'm giving him one more chance today. At
You
1
have to
o'clock.
think he's going to turn it
I'm
around.
giving him one more. If he pitches bad today, I'm done with him the rest of the year. I'm on the White Sox.
Big
Also-
F, what the fuck? All right, I'll tell you what the fuck in a minute. Go ahead. Keep going.
Do we have the same card?
Keep going.
I got White Sox money line. I got White Sox Twins over 9. I'm on the Brewers -1.5, Grizzlies -4, and the Lakers -5. And even with the Lakers, they've matched up with them well. I think they were saying in the 3 games that they played against the Warriors, Steph's only averaging like 23, he's averaging 32 on the year. That's good. That's good logic.
Careful, eyes. Don't step on my stat that's coming up, but go ahead.
But that's it. And then also I've got an exclusive. It's Brewers money line parlay with Lakers -5.5. I believe it is boosted to +215.
Now, I thought you were a fellow John Means Day celebrator with me. I thought we were John Means guys together.
We are. And that's one. I should put it on my card. I'm gonna bet it. I know I'm gonna bet it. Add the Orioles to my card.
All right, I got Grizzlies -4 against the Spurs. I just can't get a real feel on that one. I want to fade my own belief that Popovich is going to win this game from out of nowhere. But the Grizzlies are younger, faster, better. Grizzlies -4, Lakers -5. Healthy Lakers. They got to get their minds right. Here are my 2 favorite bets. You just mentioned it. Steph Curry in 3 games against the Lakers this year, averaged his high is 27. He's averaging 23. They hold him 36% shooting. The Lakers are the best defensive team in the league. This being so high makes me think it's going to hit. However, I'm going with the raw numbers. Curry points under 36.5. Now, I go the other way with his teammate. Draymond is not a great offensive player. Draymond is a great, important game player. Draymond, when the chips are down and you need something, Draymond will just hit 2 threes and a couple layups, and he's there. Draymond points over 8.5.
I like that.
I like Orioles money line to win at -110, and Orioles raise under 8. And in hockey, I'm going back to something that won for me the other night. The only series I think is going to be just a complete washout, a complete blowout. Avs -1.5 over the Blues. Those are my picks. I don't know that we heard from Ben Mintz today, TJ. You can't just nod. You have to talk to me.
I think he sent a few.
Oh, there we go. Okay. White Sox money line -125. Padres -1.5. Astros -1.5. Indians money line, and Warriors +5.5. So there you go. We don't all love the Lakers. And I assume we have a card from Rico, who is not here to say it. It is Grizzlies Spurs over 222.5. Blue Jays money line, and Giants money line -121.
Did he just text you straight up just NO?
He said, I'll read you the exact. I said, Shaps is gone if you want to come back and give picks. He said, quote, nah, I'm good. NAH.
This guy. What a guy. And like people
Can you
always
imagine just walking out of a show and just, no, I'm not going to do it.
That's what I don't get about the world. Why isn't no one's brain, I think, computes like that besides his?
I don't know. It's
like, how does that ever come?
We're not even getting any good content out of this because he's not here.
Yeah,
At least won't even hear cussing or saying something or getting mad.
What do you say?
He's got an empty ass chair.
What do you say about Richie Aprile?
He said, why'd they like not? Well, Jackie Aprile. Well, it should have been Jackie. He's like, why'd they bust up the card game? It was like to get attention, to get a name.
I mean, he knows. He knows
So that's
when he
what
comes in.
he's saying. Like he's basically equating that to a reply guy.
The second
you're just jumping in the mix.
The second he comes in here and he sits and he's doing picks, and then Chaps walks in, he has to know that Big Cat is somewhere pulling the strings, the puppet strings, and now he's punishing us. He's not giving us a show.
Yep, it's brutal.
All right, not a
That's
foxhole
just
guy.
Rico,
Is he a
though.
foxhole guy?
Yeah, he goes to bat for his guys.
All right. What else we
Does
got?
he?
PGA champ.
Does Rico?
When?
You go to bat for me. I'd like to think.
When have you ever needed somebody to go to bat for you? First of all, besides,
You know what? I
Not
don't think
really.
he goes to bat for people.
when, you give me an example of when he has.
I guess we don't. I guess we just don't need it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're just not we're not like beef guys.
Yeah.
Not really.
No,
Once
because
in a
Marty will
while,
just
I
take
find
it.
that.
Somebody will come to Marty with a beef, and he'll either just say okay, he'll fight back a little bit, and then it's over.
Yeah, mine are usually quick. We're not. We usually don't go after.
I've never seen you get in a beef.
I'm a fight for other people guy. I'm a jump in guy. When someone needs me, I jump in. Like Glenny, I was riding for my guy Glenny this morning. Some random asshole.
I'm anxious to see Ben Mintz in a beef one day.
That won't happen.
Can't.
How surely
It's just more of
How
like.
do you beef with a guy who's just always happy?
I don't know.
It's more because you stay to yourself over there. Big F stays to himself here. It's usually when you do too much content with somebody.
Yeah, like me and you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
sometimes.
that's not like beef though. I don't know. It's weird how beef start.
That's not
actually.
beef. That's just minor annoyances.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan! Come here.
Wow, that's a good yell.
That was a
Yeah,
good
it
yell.
was.
I'm a
I didn't think he
terrible.
was, I didn't think he was gonna hear you.
I hit the mic,
terrible
too.
yeller.
I
I know that was
don't care
good.
yelling.
I'm a bad yeller.
So I just wanted to ask you real quick. Chaps came in, and then Rico just left. He left the show, but then Chaps left.
Is it okay if I sit down?
Please.
A podcast you can find on any podcast charts about the Mafia, Jeff Nadeau, and Blackjack Fletcher.
What the hell
Okay, I'll
did you
sit down.
just say? What was that?
So
What was that?
Rico left.
I asked if I could sit down.
No, you
A
didn't.
podcast you can find on all charts. Hosted by Blackjack Fletcher and Jeff Nadeau, Mafia Podcast.
So Rico just left, and then he won't come back. Why won't he come back?
What, Marty?
Daniel.
What?
I
just
asked
said
if I
he-
could sit
he asked if he
down.
could
A
sit down. He's
podcast you
sitting
can
down.
find on all the charts. Hosted by Jeff Nadeau and Blackjack Fletcher and Mafia Podcast.
I feel like I'm gonna get whacked or something.
Oh no.
This is wrong.
Is it weird to say, can you sit down?
Please sit down.
Podcast hosted by Jeff Nadeau and Blackjack Fletcher.
And what's it about?
It's a Mafia Podcast.
So how do I get him back? I don't know how. I got to go a day without him.
Yeah.
He'll be fine tomorrow.
Yeah,
What
it'll be fine.
did it? What did he say out there
I don't know. We were just, we were doing
with
pick
the
and roll.
boys?
Yeah, pick and roll.
and roll.
Monkey in the middle. Good old times.
Well, why-
It's a summer squeeze out.
Well, why do
You
you
know how
come
this
in?
works.
I know how it works.
Summertime comes, we squeeze them out.
Get him a
Yeah.
couple months off.
He's
Then
off
when
the
we
show.
get back in September,
Can you squeeze me off for a
the
couple
family comes back together. We all sit down.
Yeah.
A podcast hosted by Jeff Nadeau and Blackjack Fletcher, Mafia Podcast.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Where can
And
you find
then
it? Every chart?
Everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Wherever you find podcasts.
All right. That's wild.
And that's it.
And
Summer
yeah,
squeeze out.
So he's off the pick 'em right now, pretty much. That's what he'll do. Soon, that's coming
Oh, we have
soon.
to sit down.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
What a person that fucking guy is, man.
I didn't know he had beef with Chaps.
I didn't
None
either,
of us
actually.
did.
Totally honest. Like, I'm being totally honest here. When he came in this morning, Chaps was sitting next to me. We were just hanging out, talking. And I didn't realize it because Rico walked in. I was like, hey, what's up, Rico? And he gave me, like, a wave. But he stayed, like, 30 feet away.
That's what we said.
And then I was like, wait, why is he
And he always
so
goes
far
straight
away?
over there.
Right. He always comes and sits next to me. I'm like, why is he so far away? And then I was like, wait, do you guys have beef? I guess they do. I had no idea.
That's one that was not public.
It's hard to
I
keep
feel
up
like.
with all the beefs.
Well, it's hard to keep up with podcasts too.
Yeah. Well, listen. I'll get Chaps. I'll get Rico. We'll get him in a room. We'll have a sit down.
Gonna have a sit down, knock out this dude to do.
We'll have a sit down.
I don't think sit down seems like it's further along the step. You're skipping a couple steps, right?
No, we go straight to the sit down.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I know.
All right, okay, yeah.
All right.
He can't sit down though. He leaves every time. And Dan
It's
actually-
hard to sit down with a guy that won't sit down. There goes Dan to play with his Rico toy again.
They are. That's good.
Yeah.
It is their toy.
Yeah,
It's monkey in the middle.
Yeah,
That's the perfect way to say it.
I don't even know if it's a monkey in the middle. It's like it's Dave and Dan's wind-up toy that they just.
That Rico kind of thinks he's a part of, but he's just simply not.
But today wasn't really about Dan. I mean, Rico came in mad at Chaps.
Well, that was an organic mess with Rico because we didn't know that.
And the way Dan described it is exactly right. So Rico stopped at the first desk. Dan's all the way in the corner. We're all the way in the corner. But Rico stopped at the first desk and didn't say anything to anybody. And Dan just noticed he wasn't coming over, and he raised his hand. Rico just went. So, PGA Tour Championship. Rory's the favorite. You got John Rahm at plus 1,400. We'll talk about it more as we go further. Justin Thomas, of course. Jordan Spieth. Bryson at plus 1,600. Xander Schauffele. On and on and on. A couple of long shots I just like to take a flyer on. Sam Burns has been playing very well. He's plus 5,500. Justin Rose, who just always finds himself in the mix somehow, plus 9,000. And then Max Homa. Who somehow has just won tournaments that I've watched this year. That's really all I bet on. Colby, do you have anybody in the PGA Championship that you like? Anybody?
You're making me get up. I actually do have a couple that I really like. Of course, Tony Finau plus 3,300.
Yes.
I bet on him every week, but I actually do think he has a great shot. It's a very long course. He bombs the ball. Bubba Watson plus 6,600.
You know what? That
He
you,
bombs
you
the ball.
can't at this point. You can't say you actually like Finau. Doesn't matter.
I have a signed picture of him in my
No,
office.
not like that. You like him actually. Like you're gonna take him no matter what.
Yeah,
even
but he's
if-
also just a great guy, family man. Keegan Bradley, plus 6,600.
Y'all got any picks for the just
Jason Day plus 10,000.
throw a flyer out there on the PGA?
I
Championship?
actually don't, to be honest.
Give me Finau. It's Kobe. Kobe's leaving. Ride with Finau one last time.
All right. Well, by the way, is it?
You know Finau's gonna win when Kobe the day.
And then
after.
you're gonna be mad when
Come
all of a
on.
sudden I'm up plus 33 units.
Come on.
He's gonna win the U.S. Open this year, right after you leave.
Come on.
All right.
That would be incredible.
All right, Brandon Walker, that was a good show. Good energy, boys. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I think Rico's planning to be back in here, so hopefully we'll be able to get to the bottom of all this.
That little sit down might have cost you a day. We'll see.
I think you're Team Rico.
I'm always Team Rico.
Yeah, me too.
I'm Team Rico.
Fuck both of y'all. Yak is up next.